Dragon Ball Daima episode 19 is out. I'll be going through the episode with full spoilers, so you've been warned. The previous episode left off with Glorio making a wish on the demon Rampuranga, so we pick up right after that, as our heroes are turned back into adults. Gloria has betrayed Arinsu for the sake of his friends, so her dream to become queen of the demon realm has been shattered. This is when we get the revelation that Gloria was actually telling the truth at the start of the series. He really is from the third demon realm and was maybe saved by Arinsu and hired to become her assistant. So, because of the betrayal, Arinsu fires Glorio. But honestly, it seems like she has a good heart. Arinsu has proven time and time again that she can be really forgiving. She kept Ku around despite him losing to the Tamagami, and seems to actually care about her creations. Not only that, but she gets Ku to get her a book about magical items from the castle. I really want to know more about the artifacts in this book. Is the power plant here, or the Bancho fan? As far as we know, they're not from the demon realm, but it could be a cool reference. Once Ku comes back with the book, they find out exactly how to defeat the third eye. After all, Abura used to be able to take it on and off. Apparently, you have to hit the user on the back of the head 3 times to pop the evil third eye out. Does that mean that Abura was just like hitting himself 3 times all the time? Arinsu shares this information with the heroes, once again showing that she could have a heart of gold, even though she says that she just wants to defeat Gomah. Meanwhile, just as I expected from the last episode, Vegeta gets the focus through this episode's fight. Sadly, he didn't get Super Saiyan 4. Instead, Vegeta fights Gomah with Super Saiyan 3. Our very first time seeing a canon adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. I gotta say, although I liked the mini version, the design works even better as an adult. There's some amazing moments here, like Vegeta landing an incredible axe kick into Gomah's head, and a fantastic final flash that actually overcomes Gomah's mouth blast. There are some weird things when it comes to power I've seen people on Twitter talk about. Goku Super Saiyan 3 was struggling a lot more against Gomah, while Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 is doing pretty well. Though maybe not as well as Super Saiyan 4 Goku, it's still impressive. I've seen people say that although they are weaker as kids, this jump is a little crazy. What I think is happening here is that Gomah is 1. Not really a fighter, and 2. The evil third eye, although it does make him extremely powerful, it more so makes him near invincible. He recovers from every single attack, and doesn't get tired, so he really doesn't lose anything by getting hit. Not only that, but it does seem like them being kids was actually a lot more of a handicap than we originally thought. Gomah seems to regenerate himself from an encasing, and Vegeta quickly runs out of energy. Just like Do copying Goku's Super Saiyan 3, it does seem like they're sticking to the idea that Super Saiyan 3 takes a lot out of you if you aren't dead. So that's probably why Vegeta's not gonna use it going forward. In typical Dragon Ball fashion, despite being adults now and much more capable, they still want to take turns. A lot of people want these guys to be really efficient and just go in there and jump Gomah, kinda like they did a few episodes ago. But honestly, I get it. Vegeta must have really hated being a kid that whole time, and really wants to show off what he's made of. Especially now that Goku has a form above him. Vegeta keeps fighting Gomah, even in base, and gets a few shots in, but Goku knows that it's time that he does something. One of my favorite parts of the episode, which is a bit more low-key, is after Glorio gets fired by Arinsu. First, Ku tells Arinsu not to worry, that he's not going anywhere, which makes her smile. It's really sweet, and clearly she does love her weird Cyberman Majin Buu children. Then, Glorio heads back to the others. Everyone is grown up finally, while Glorio looks really upset. He's of course sad that he had to betray Arinsu, but also probably sad that everyone else is gonna know that he wasn't exactly on their side. But in the end, none of that matters, because when he looks up, everyone is smiling at him and thanking him. Pansy flies over at him with a nice little callback to Pan and GT, and Goku finally gets Glorio's name right. Over the course of 19 episodes, they've actually grown to really care about each other. Sure, they aren't necessarily the closest of friends, but Glorio has seen the resolve in Goku. He's an interesting person who changes those around him. This really has been the heart of Dragon Ball all along, from Glorio, Vegeta, Krillin, even Miras and Granola. Goku's view of the world, his actions, and the drive to better himself brings out the best in others. Goku has made a new friend out of what could have been an enemy, and I think that's what makes him as a main character so special. I also want to shout out the soundtrack in this scene, which is a really nice, soft instrumental version of Jaka Jakan, the opening theme. I absolutely love it. I don't think I've talked too much about the opening through these videos, but it's is amazing. It's one of my favorite Dragon Ball openings of all time, and I can't believe Zed was the one to do it. The other day, I saw a video of him in Japan talking about doing karaoke and singing Chala Hai Chala, one of his favorite anime themes of all time, so it's clear that he is a fan. Vegeta is running out of energy, and now they have Arinsu's information, but the only person who can really get Vegeta to do anything is Bulma, who threatens him to never take a bath with him again if he doesn't tag in Goku. This scene is hilarious, as Vegeta instantly rushes back down. I saw some people mad about it, but I think it's really funny. It just shows how much Vegeta has changed, and I think it's really sweet that he does have such a close relationship with Bulma. But now it's time for the real deal. The plan is for Goku to be a distraction while Piccolo strikes Gomah on the back of the head. So Goku brings back the idea from the Buu arc, showing off each one of the transformations one by one. It's amazing to see a scene like this reanimated in such glorious fashion. It once again proved that a remake of Dragon Ball would be amazing. In particular, I like the Super Saiyan 3 transformation, which has Hibis say that these guys really do seem more like Majins than anything else. That's when we get the big surprise of the episode. The fact that Goku can still use Super Saiyan 4 without Neva's help. So here's where I have to admit that I was totally wrong in my analysis of Super Saiyan 4 in the previous video. I definitely thought that they would need Neva every time they went Super Saiyan 4, or that someone would have to learn some kind of magic. This, of course, leaves us open with a question as to why Goku doesn't use Super Saiyan 4 after this. It could be that the magic is restricted to the demon realm, or maybe he just had some of that Neva power within him still. Either way, they have some explaining to do if they do want this to fit in nicely with Super. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta I think is the easiest thing to explain away, but Shin and Kibito are still diffused, and we'll have to do something about this new form. But honestly, that's all really minor in comparison to just how fun the series has been, and I love this episode. I think I like the last one a little bit more, but this one's still really fun, especially for Vegeta fans. The final shot of Goku climbing over the rock formation as a Super Saiyan 4 is amazing. He looks great. The design isn't too dissimilar from his child form, but his big arms look a little bit more at home with his adult body. Honestly, my favorite part is when he's transforming and he rips his shirt off. So I wonder if, when he goes back to base, he's just gonna regrow his clothes again, or if this is actually gonna stick. His power is such that it's felt across all 3 demon realms. You know what's funny? Because of how many forms and sizes our heroes have had through the series, this likely means we're gonna have a ton of new versions of Goku and Vegeta as DLC in Sparking Zero. I already expected some, but not this many. Mini Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3, Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Mini Super Saiyan 1 through 4 Goku, Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku, maybe a fusion, even normal-sized and giant Gomah. Next episode, I'm sure we'll see a full-on fight between Gomah and Super Saiyan 4 Goku while Piccolo tries to strike the back of the head, which I expect will not work. Piccolo will probably hit him once in the back of the head, and Gomah will never let it happen again, which will lead to Goku and probably Vegeta fusing using the fusion bugs, which are left somewhere on the ground. The power pole is also somewhere, so I hope that either the fusion or Super Saiyan 4 Goku will use the power pole during the fight. After that, we will say goodbye and maybe explain some of the inconsistencies with Super. Although that's a lot to fit into one single episode, which, as far as we know, is the same length as the usual ones. Because of that, I'm a bit worried about how elegantly this can all be wrapped up. I hope it's not too abrupt, but I'm sure the finale will be epic either way. The next episode preview doesn't show us much, just some amazing sheet animation of Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And although Crunchyroll calls the episode Maximum, the actual title is Zenkai, which I find really appropriate. Now, don't get confused with the fan term Zenkai Boost, the Saiyan's ability to get stronger after a near-death experience. That doesn't exactly have a name, I think it's only being called something like Saiyan Power. Zenkai really comes from the ending theme of Dragon Ball Z. Come out, magnificent Zenkai Power. Maximum is an appropriate translation. Zenkai means something like full force, so I think it's pretty cool. I also want to thank you all for the support over the past few videos. You guys have probably noticed quite a big shift from my old videos, the what ifs and the like, into a more analysis and lore-based content. I've been loving the new style and I'm having a lot more fun with them. So I appreciate you all watching and supporting me as not just watchers, but as friends who love Dragon Ball with me. I hope we continue on this mystical adventure together. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments, and be sure to final flash that subscribe button.